Alright, square root of 65, one number times itself, so 25 times 25 is 625, so the square root of 625 is 25. Square root of 196, one number times itself is 196, 14 times 14, so square root of 196 is just 14. Square root of 1 over 961, if you look at these separately, 1 over the square root of 961, so these can be written separately. You can't simplify this, so what is the square root of, what's the square root of 1? Square root of 1 is 1, and then what is the square root of 961 separately, and you get 1 over 31. This one's square root of 9. Alright, so this one's square root of 9 over square root of 100. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 100 is 10. Alright, keep going down. This is the square root of 9 squared. So the square root and the square cancel each other out. So you're just left with 9 plus 5, or 14. This is 28 minus the square root of 144. So this is 28 minus the square root of 144 squared. Again, the square and the square root will subtract each other out. So it's just 28 minus 144. And 28 minus 144, and you're going to get negative 116. This is 3 times the square root of 16. The square root of 16 is 4 minus 5. So I simplified the square root of 16 as 4. 3 times 4 is 12. And 12 minus 5 is 7. Here we have 10 minus 4 times the square root of 1/16 is 1 over 4. Right? So you can take the square root of 1, take the square root of 16 separately. Square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 16 is 4. And you're left with 10 minus 4 times 1/4 is just 1. And this is equal to 9. And keep going down the list. You have the square root of 6. So this is the square root of 676, which is actually 2.6 plus 5.4. And you're left with not 10, but 8. Square root of 841 is 2.9 plus 1.8. So you have 2.9 plus 1.8, and you get an answer of 4.7. Here's one. If you were to separate a square root of 80 and the square root of 5, nothing goes in there evenly, so before I separate them, I'm going to ask myself, can I divide these two first? And the answer is yes. 80 divided by 5 is 16 minus 5, and then you have 4 minus 5, which is equal to negative 1. And then lastly, again, 147 and 3. I'm going to try to divide 147 divided by 3 first. And when I divide 147 divided by 3, you actually get the square root of 49 plus 3, right? So this is that simplified. Square root of 49 is 7, and 7 plus 3, and you get 10.